Guys, thanks for joining me on another episode of MTV, Monster TV. Today we're doing something different. You might recall last year we did a bit of patchet work outside on a timber beam which we repaired. Today we're going to use patchet inside. We've had many inquiries asking how they can repair holes in walls before they go and repaint or prepare their surfaces for other finishes. Patchet's the product. I'm going to show you how we do that. Real simple. So you might recall that the patchet product is just a powder, a unique type of powder that when you remove it, the lid, you add a little bit of water with it and it mixes into a paste. So I'm going to show you in a clear little container how we add this in. And it's a real simple one. So I'm in a confined room like this with a few staff around with cameras and lights, and no one's complaining of any smells, headaches. This is a great product. It's a safe one to use inside. Many of you might have come across some of the building fillers that you'd see in general hardware stores and the traditional type. The problem with those products is they emit solvents. They're very have a strong odor and flammable, and all the poison signs on there. This product doesn't have that, so it's real easy and simple to use. And as you can see, I'm just mixing that into a nice paste consistency. And even though we have instructions on the pail about how much water to powder that you add, you really get this right by eye, because you get the powder to the point in the mix where it gives you a consistency that's solid enough to be applied with a spatula on a wall and a hole, but at the same time it's got a little bit of juice, or that moist consistency, as you can see right now. So I'm going to continue mixing that. I let that settle for a couple of minutes, and then I'm just going to put a little bit more powder in there just to stiffen it up a little bit. A nice consistent stir, and that's going to be that sort of consistency. If I've got a real deep hole, I could go stiffer than that, but I don't have really deep holes in this one. I've just got holes where some frames and pictures were previously in walls, and we're doing this on a plasterboard wall. So join me now, and I'm going to put this on the wall and check this out. So as you can see, these holes in these walls where previously there were some frames in here, fixtures, we've removed all the plastic lugs, cleaned the paper piece off the plasterboard wall. And in a moment I'm going to fill those holes with our patchet product that I just mixed up. Get right in there. I can use my thumb with a glove to push it in like a putty. Again, nothing toxic, no flammable odours in here. Smooth it off with a spatula, and I'll come back in an hour and then sand it up and see how it goes. So as you can see, I've put the patchet in, used my thumb, finger, push the product into the depth of the hole as much as I can, and then just with an easy spatula just smooth around, flatten it all off. Real easy product to use. That's now already starting to dry. I can feel that. It becomes a more stiffer and harder product as it's going through the drying process. And about an hour from now, I'm going to come back, give it a light sand, and it'll be ready for me to paint. So here we are, back an hour later, and the patch is dry. I removed all the excess with a spatula before, and ready to sand. And even though it leaves that mark, that stain, that is all smooth now like the rest of the painted wall. smooth over it fairly simply, and she'll continue to get harder. The reason Patch It is so much more suitable for these sorts of applications than a standard putty is that it'll strengthen the wall, so it is as strong as a plasterboard wall. If this was a solid masonry wall, we could still use this product, but the big benefit of it is that if whatever I decide to do later on in terms of nailing or screwing through here, if it was a bigger hole, this is a perfect product to be able to handle that. It actually becomes stronger than the plasterboard itself when it fully cures, which will be in a couple of days' time. But this doesn't delay the process. There's no smells in here. There's nothing for me to wait to emit in terms of odours, etc. So really, I can come back now and start painting this wall. Really simple. It's ready to go. I'll put my undercoat on it, or put my Monster paint directly over this now. If I had waited longer to do the sanding, I could come back tomorrow if I wanted to, but as it becomes stronger, then I'll just need a bit more muscle power in there to sand it off. But really simple application, as you've seen. So those little stains are on the wall, but there are no bumps, they're just all smooth through like that. How simple is that? Water, patch it, mix it, apply it, and it's done. So all those holes that I had, you'll see when we finish painting this, the finished pictures, how good it looks, and we won't be able to notice those holes at all. So perfect product for a lot of home applications. I'm going to show you some more videos, guys, with Patch It being used in different applications for repairs to walls. I'm going to show you one where there's a big chunk, if you've got kids like mine that have kicked the wall, or there's a whole foot hole through there from playing basketball in the bedrooms. I'm going to show you how to overcome that one as well, using the same product, but a slightly different process. Patch It, Monster. Check us out on monstershop.com, ready to go.